Yes, welcome back everyone to part 4 of my How to Build a CROSSKART series. This is what I've made so far, and in this video we will add steering and turn it into a rolling frame. Later on I'll show you how to convert a car's steering rack so it can be used in a buggy. And also I will make the wheel hubs so we can mount the wheels and make it a rolling frame. And the front hubs will have these dirt bike brake discs on them. And all these small parts, like the brake discs or ball joints, come from AliExpress. Now, whenever I'm shopping on AliExpress, I like to use this web extension called AliTools. AliTools provides extra information about all products on AliExpress. The extension can be downloaded very quickly and easily. Just go to Google, type in AliTools and click the download link. Once downloaded, you can go to AliExpress and search whatever it is you need. And then you can find extra information about the product in the pop-up down here. Here you can see the price history of the product, a lot of reviews, similar products and information about the seller. And personally I think this seller information is most useful. But I like the other features too, since it gives a lot more security about the product you're buying and about the seller. The plugin is just so easy and quick to download and very simple to use on pretty much all products. So if you want to improve your AliExpress shopping experience and make sure you get the good products which you want, click the link in the video description and download AliTools for free. For the wheels I'm using 12-inch ATV wheels, which I got second hand. Please note you can't use wheels any smaller than this, because these wheels already come very close to the hubs. And for the steering, it will of course have full Ackerman steering, and I'll explain later how to make sure it has no bump steer. But first, let's start by making these front spindles. Okay, so got all my parts made which I need for my spindle. Now next job is to weld this on here, nice and true, and to weld this side on here. Then I can press in my bearings and then we have a spindle. Let's do it. So here are my finished hubs, looking pretty good. And the brake disc fits very nice. And next job is to mount these bearings on both sides. And then tap some threads into here, M12. And then they're finished. Okay, so next step would be the steering geometry, and I'll make tabs on here to which the control arms will go, which will have perfect Ackerman steering, and also on the other side of course. And then in here will go the steering rack in front of the pedals. Now what you could do is just go online and get yourself a go-kart or dune buggy steering rack like this one. It should work, but I'm not going to use it because of a couple of reasons. First of all, the costs. These things are, well, not very expensive, but also not really cheap. And also it might affect our steering geometry a little bit. I'll explain later. And also it could get in the way of our middle pedal, the brake pedal, which will go around here. So really what we need is the shaft for the steering to come out a little bit at the side and then go to the middle. So what I have to solve all these three problems is this. This is a steering rack from a car. I believe it's from a Peugeot. Doesn't really matter, it's a front wheel drive car. And as you can see, this is where the steering wheel would attach to. And if I turn this, it moves. And because this car used to have power steering, this distance is very long, which is in fact ideal, because if we place it in the buggy, you can see this joint almost perfectly lines up with this pivot point of the lower A-arm, and this joint almost perfectly lines up with this pivot, which means there will be almost no bumps there, because this length is almost the same length as this. And if this were to be smaller, so let's say this point would be around here and this point would be around here, these two lengths of the control arm and the A-arm wouldn't be similar, which means as the suspension goes up and down, you will have a bit of bumps there. And because it's from a car, you know it's quality parts and strong enough. The only problem is this. So as I was saying, the only real problem is this is what we'll attach the steering wheel to, and it has an angle like this way. And the steering needs to go this way. So what I need to do is basically move this to here, or move this to this side, and then this will line up with the steering of the buggy. Now I haven't seen this done before, but I'm going to try it anyways. For you it would probably be easier just to use a buggy steering rack, but well, I'll try. Okay, so a little update. This is my steering rack so far. Now what I've done is cut off this piece, which originally was on this side, and cut off this piece, which was on this side, and then change them around. So this is now the long side, this is the short side, and what this does is, originally it was long around here, and this would point in the wrong direction, and now it's longer on this side, so this will point to the middle of the buggy and to my steering wheel. Let me show you. You can see this joint nicely points to the steering wheel, and it goes in and out the right direction. So now all I have to do is take this piece, which originally was on here, and mount it on this side. And I need to do this because I want to protect this from dust and stuff, and also this part has another support bearing in it on the end here, and I want that on this long stick out side. So the problem is this is steel and this is aluminum, so I can't just weld them together, but I'll come up with a solution. Okay, so this is what I came up with. I made this on the lathe, and this bit will fit really tightly around this aluminum, and this bit will fit really tightly in here, and then I can weld it steel to steel, and then maybe later put some bolts through the steel into the aluminum if needed.